Good lord, it looks cold in here. Well, let's finish up the tests and then we're going to start the stream. Why is everything moving when I'm just moving my joystick left to right? I think I'm frozen up a little bit. It is cold out here. Insanely cold. But okay. Let's finish the last bit of testing and figure out where we need to go. We need to go north on this map. Turn around. Runway 20 and get going. Let's write that down. I think we're pretty much set up. How much did I forget this time? Let's find out. Not a lot, I think, yet. Good lord, those mountains and those clouds are menacing. And let's keep the Gary freezing there for a while more. I think we can avoid him. So he'll be frozen in solid ice. Alright. So testing systems. Going to check on every system if it is working, yay or nay. So far things kinda look okay. Well, that'll be a first. They start up without any problems from the streaming software. I'm going to be bold and say we can actually start preparing stuff. Oh, good lord, snow on the ground and it is now raining. Are we still live? I think we are. One, two, three, and yes, the monitor just flipped the image. We seem to be still live. Okay. Well, I guess it is as good a time as any to start starting up this snowplow. Let's let them know out there we're about to fire up the engine before the engine freezes or the battery goes bad. And yes, I did just flick another switch. It's the pedo heat. And that is basically a system to keep the air intake from freezing and messing with instruments like the altimeter. So yeah, that. Now let's check. We are not yet on the map because we are not yet connected. Hello? Ah, here we are. Let's connect to the VatSim network. File the flight plan. We will be cruising at 9,000 today. And we should be popping up on the map pretty soon. So 9,000. And there is no ATC online just yet, so 122.8 for us. Hoping we don't get any trouble like we did yesterday. Yeah, we sped up stuff to get past Russia and basically nothing worked. The transponder set to 1200 because we're not on mainland USA just yet. Alright, now what did I forget? There's always something, of course. Let's go back. Altitude. Heading, navigation, radio, all checked. I guess we are pretty much good to go, but let's wait for the software just a little bit longer. It needs to warm up. By the way, if you engage the pedo heat, not only does it prevent systems from freezing, but also, you get a pretty good indicator for whether you're going to accumulate ice on your wings and crash, burn and die as a result, or something else. There yet? 7 minutes in. Ah, what the hell? Welcome people to yet another flight. Today we are going from Cosko Cove in Alaska and we are going to Adak, also in Alaska. It is going to be a cold flight, really cold. In the aircraft we can see it is currently on the ground, exactly freezing point. So it is not going to be much better at 9,000 feet. Now we don't need this guy, we don't need this guy. We've already started up the aircraft. Taxi lights are on. Let's release the parking brake. Get going. Just missed him by a hair. And what a shame that the snow on the ground is not blowing away with the prop. Missed chance there, Asobo. So what we're doing is we're going to taxi out to the end of the runway, turn around, and then we're going to get the heck away. It was raining earlier, nothing much to see here right now. Even though these clouds, come on now, they're menacing. And that windsock, that is, oh my lord, it is going to be complete side wind from here on out. But okay, we gotta do it anyway. Let's go, let's do it. First we're going to turn around. Now there is nobody in the area on the VatSim network, that is, but just to make sure, let's give him a shout out. Cosko Cove traffic, Papa Hotel Bravo Victor Lima lining up, runway, and we're about to take off. Just not that quick, let's do it properly. And we may need the flaps. Cosko Cove traffic, Papa Hotel Bravo Victor Lima is lined up and taking off. Runway 20. Alright, let's get some speed into this beast. And that guy over there is still waiting. Well, not my fault. You should have learned the trade. Alright, let's get some altitude into this beast.
Don't sink, don't sink.
Don't sink.
Don't sink.
Come on.
Don't sink.
Come on.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
Hello.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Look at the hill bouncing off our windscreen. Yeah, we're on our way, alright. Alright, so let's go into the general direction where we kind of sort of want to go. Look at that coming at us. Seems to me we got some snow coming our way. And let's get away with the message. Let's replace it. Alright, flaps coming up. Does seem to me that there's a couple of mountains in the way and we may have problems there. Or are we? Yeah, maybe. Not sure yet. And we can see the effect of the pitot heat being on, because there's water flowing up right here and there's snow coming right at us. So something is getting heated. Let's take no chance with those mountains and just go on our merry way over the sea. It's almost like we're on the North Pole, but at the North Pole that's still a long way away. Look at those mountains, folks. There's ice below, there's water above, we're in between, and yeah. What is going to happen next? I think just about nobody knows. Now it was 0 degrees, aka freezing point on the ground. It's already -5 and we're barely 3,000 feet above the ground. First waypoint. We got a number of waypoints. Apparently this is not it. So let's figure out. Yeah, we're still heading in the general direction and there is a lot of side wind. We've seen that by the windsock. Let's follow up on this for a little bit. If we keep flying sideways, we may have to change our strategy. But it is ever so cold here, so let's lean the mixture already. Normally we do that at 5,000. I think we're going to put it right there. It's a bit of a listening case. So I think we're okay for now. Look at that bizarre weather. Approaching 5,000. And our altitude today is going to be 9,000. By the way, compared to the big boys, Our trip today is going to be not the longest one ever. Right here in the middle we got Cosko Cove and we're flying to Adak. So there is going to be a lot of sea to be seen, unless of course something else happens. Now, of course, yesterday we did 4 flights in one. And what did you think about that? Because we skipped Russia. Because, yeah, of course, the maps are so detailed. And nobody wants to give the Russians any benefit. So yeah, we flew past by it 5 times the speed of time. We did fly it in cheat mode. But yeah, we had to do that basically because, yeah, fuck Russia, that's why. I am, however, a little bit concerned with the side wind. We are on the mark, but almost going sideways. That could just mean we are in a bad spot. It's already -6 out there, by the way. Icing up could be a problem, that's why we put a pitot heat on. Let's just lean the mixture a little bit more. Give the engine what it needs, or thinks it needs. It is icy, it is dark, it is clouded. No land to be seen, possibly because we're over sea. Let's check. We are. And we won't see any land until we reach the waypoint Sierra Yankee Alpha. So okay, that. Still climbing. Hopefully we get above these clouds somewhat. If we don't, this is going to be a really long and dark video. And hopefully it is not. Now then, basically what we have to look at is a watery sun, but also we get to check the engine every now and then. Still climbing, so the revs are relatively high, even though that could have been a lot better. Fuel flow in the green, but high. Pressure is okay, temperature relatively okay. The exhaust gas temperature, that is really high. Let's zoom in on that one for the next few minutes. This is probably because we're basically flying sideways. The vacuum is still in the green. and somebody messed up and forgot to fuel up. So yeah, I'm going to have to do that right now, folks. Sorry, another cheat. Haha. So sorted. Let's try and see if we can get the revs up a little bit. Give him back some mixture. It is not looking good if we are full throttle at 2340 revs. And it's actually bad. Approaching 8,500. Well, that did barely nothing for the revs. Let's try something else. Let's get the revs up even a hair. That would be a win. Yeah, not yet working. It is -8 already. If you can see that, outside air temperature -8. And 18 miles to the first waypoint, Sierra Yankee Alpha. And we have our first viewer, Rip, the Japanese controller. How are you doing, sir? Did you all see that? Look at the ice! It is building up. And Mr. Rip says, reading my 5. Alright, so thank you. I seem to have nailed the microphone issue and volume. That is great right there. So let's go here, click that away and click this one on. It could just work. But while we are thinking about that, let's listen to this. We're icing up, folks. We are icing up. China we're flying through, right? Alright folks, I'm going to be back in about 2 minutes. I gotta go for a quick potty break. Here's the music. Oh, good lord. Yeah. Thanks for calling that out, De Martin. I have been talking for a good while without the microphone on. Good lord. Anyway, let's go back to the question. Hello, I have seen you quite icing. And you skipped Russia, right? Well, basically, yesterday I did a flight, doing 4 flights actually in one, and I did them 5 times the speed of time, because I know that the Russians are using Flight Simulator 2020 to stake out where to go, not to go, and I do not want to give the Russians any advantage. Not in any way, because fuck Russia, that's why. And yeah, so I did 4 flights. We landed yesterday in Cosko Cove, Alaska, and we took off from Ram 6, headed out to runway 20 at Cosko Cove. We are at 9,000 and we are heading to Adak in Alaska. I hope you heard me this time, De Martin. And he says, yes, true, but it's just simulator. But Russia, where you want to go, I think isn't much interesting, right? Well, it is interesting to both the Americans, the Ukrainians, and the Russians, in the fact that we left Japan, went north, northeast to be exact, and things are happening over there. The coastlines are visible, and even though I dislike Bing maps, they are quite detailed in Flight Simulator. So I decided not to give the Russians anything. They can come here at my door begging for a place to stay, and I will slice their throat and be gone with ya. Because I really, and again, really do not like what they're doing over there. So fuck Russia. And to any Russian flight enthusiasts, fuck you too. I'm not going to grant you to look at this. Well, not your own area at least. So when this entire flight is done, which is about another 50 flights, I decided to fly home. And home is in the Netherlands. So after touching down in London, getting a standing ovation, everything, then we are going to fly home to my hometown in the Netherlands. And the Martin says most Russians are innocent, right? Rather the government and their ideas of doing such a bad thing to an independent state and slaughtering them. Correct. I have nothing to argue about with that statement, but the people that are getting drafted for the war, because it is not just a simple intervention. People that are getting drafted for the war, they have knowledge when they know the coastline or areas or buildings. And because that is going to be on screen, we're not doing that. We're flying to Alaska, sir. In a hurry. Ice again. The outside air temperature is still -7, and our Japanese controller guy, RIP, rest in pieces, he retracted his statement again. And now he says, I will log off, have a good day, g'day. Well, good day to you too as well, sir. And then the Martin says, is there de-icing in the Cessna 172? Sir? I've got one of the newer versions, we got a pedo heat, that's about it. I need to keep the extra fuel pump on just to stay at 2355 RPM. We are at cruise, still full throttle, and yeah, the aircraft is struggling, that's it. So in the next episode, when we go even higher, even more north, we are going to be in trouble. This gray area is going to turn into icebergs next episode. So next episode is going to be one in which we can barely keep it on autopilot. We have to hand fly it probably. Chances are we are not going to stay alive. That happened the last time I did this tour. And the last time I did this tour that was offline. So that is why I'm filming it now, to prove it. And last time, the next upcoming episode, hitting Alaska shore, I had to fly there 3 times because I kept crashing. Now in this simulator, you get to cheat, so I can make it summer instantly, but I sorta kinda don't want it. It does make you concerned. Looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Too bad it is deadly. And the Martin says, will I speed up time as I'm just over sea? Well, if you want me to speed up time, I can speed up time. but I also did so yesterday. Kind of want to know your opinion about that first, because we're slowly approaching patches of land, and I can definitely not speed up time with this bend in the route at AWAC. After that, we're already lining up at DA, making a nice turn into Adak, Alaska. So I'm leaning towards we're not going to do that today. By the way, this is only a 3.5 hour flight. We should start to see some land shortly, provided that the clouds just kindly piss off and go away. And the Martin says, hey. And then he retracted that message again. I got it on video. Martin says he's now flying from Salalalalalalalalalalalalala all the way to Zanzibar, and he has two options. A, fly from Zanzibar back to Salalalalalalalalalala, or B, from Zanzibar to Hurghada, and then to Kochi. How about you meet me in Alaska? How's that sound? Let's fly together one day. With all this ice, you can always mistake it for the sea and think I'm plummeting down. The artificial horizon suggests something else, but come on, it does look like we're about to plummet into the sea, correct? Music is quite loud, he says, so let's take off a couple notches. How's this, the Martin? Much better, he says. Okay, thank you. I like this kind of input because I cannot see nor hear what you guys see or hear. All I got is basically what I've got on my own headset. I used to do homework. Martin, what is your name? What's your name? What is your age? $16, so barely legal. Okay. Can you vote yet in your country? Vote. Okay, he's got to wait another 2 years until he can vote. But okay. You're appreciated, Martin. You're studying to become a real pilot one day? From the waypoint. 158 miles. That's 1.5 hours easy. After which we can easily start lining up. Martin says probably I'll do something with IT instead of piloting. It's quite hard. Have you considered being a trucker? Oh, you're correct there. The Martin says he has quite a lot of time to decide what he wants to do. And Mahmoud Soleya says, very nice, thank you, sir. And then the Martin says, but I'm going to school with IT, so yeah. High school with IT. Or high school with it. Oh, I know what he's getting at. He wants to get it. So you're going to high school, lots of female students there, and he wants to get it. Correct? Don't be shy, Martin, you want to get it. You got a girlfriend yet? Martin says girls are much in this school or boys. That's IT. I think they're interested in programming, LOL. And Mahmoud says lots of love. Well, same back at you, brother. Still seems like we're about to crash into sea, right? Still just building up of ice. And it's not just a cracked window, it is everywhere. Every nook and cranny. Look at it. -7 outside, boys and girls. It is cold. Martin says 4 years of high school, and then of course you can go to university. But what do you want to achieve with that? Eventually, Martin. And Mahmoud, thank you. Great effort, he says. Keep it up. Well, obviously I'm going to keep it up because I want this trip to succeed and have it finalized on YouTube. Make sure that it is for now and ever a thing that I did a thing. So yeah, that. And Martin said Mahmoud looks like an AI who writes random things. I am not sure about that yet, but he could be someone who is, I don't know, enraged and just trying to express some gratitude. And the Martin says I really need to go. When I come to complete the homework, I'll come back probably. Well, Martin, we have got quite a bit to go. What kind of homework do you need to complete? Oh, he's got to do some math. In Dutch that is called wiskunde. Sounds a lot more difficult, doesn't it? Mahmoud, what is your age, please? So, yeah, Martin, good luck on your wiskunde or math. It is seriously difficult stuff, sir. If you want to do me a favor, just minimize the window and go and do your math. Every minute somebody watches is another minute gained. I want to reach 200 subscribers sometime in the near future. Mahmoud says he's 49. Well, Mahmoud, I am 46. So we're close at age. Can you help out a fellow with his math? The Martin has some trouble doing his math. And Martin says, have you been to the red light district in Amsterdam? As I searched on the internet, it is called the Wallen. Correct, the area is called the Wallen. And no, not every Dutch person has visited it. There are a number of red light districts in the Netherlands, that is correct. The most famous, of course, is Amsterdam. And yeah, when you don't need to to rent a body just to get lucky, simply don't. Find yourself a decent wife, one that does not cheat. Look at the eyes! Look at the eyes! And then you don't have to rent a body, because that is basically what it is. You are entering that door, you agree to a rental agreement, and that is basically it. There's no love, there is no nothing, there's basically nothing. You just getting off, well, go home and jerk off if you are that desperate. So do not rent a body. You are renting a body of somebody who made a terrible choice, or somebody who is desperate for a little bit of cash. So Martin, go do your math. Make sure you study. Make sure you get a decent income and a proper lady. So in the end, you do not need the ballen. X throws in a smiley, and Mahmoud says, I really enjoyed your live stream. Well, thank you, Mahmoud. Have you seen the other live streams that I did yet? I'm sorry, it is incredibly cloudy today. Yeah, we're flying in the middle of the ocean. In fact, let me prove that. Let me drop the drone. What the hell? It is this button. And down. It is not the quickest drops of drones. But it basically comes down. Okay, let me speed that thing up. This is taking too long even for me. Whoosh! Here we go, cloud layers, and there's the water. That is how low the clouds are. So basically nothing to see on the ground in this trip. Now let's go up. And look down. There's a whole lot of nothing, because it is all clouds. And Mahmoud Soleya says, last 1 year Japan trip. Well, I really enjoyed that one as well, and because I enjoy flying, because I enjoy the scenery, I skipped Russia in a 4-part flight at once, because fuck Russia, that's why. We're still icing up, full throttle at 2360 RPM. Still at 900-ish, but that is actually it. I guess that if I ask the aircraft to go an inch higher, we're going to have a failure. Mahmoud says, keep it up. Yeah, I'm trying to. Any more buildup of ice and we're in deep trouble. Sorry. If we get any more ice on us, we're in trouble. Because then the weight of the aircraft gets too high and we do not get to fly. Still flying sideways because of the wind. Should be able to see some land somewhere, somehow. But yeah, this is the trouble you get into when you're flying live weather. Sometimes it is cloudy. Now obviously I can change the weather, but I really don't want to do that because I've cheated enough in the last few days. This song. Let's go see if anybody is following us. Nobody. We're all alone out here, folks. Exhaust gas temperature is still very high, but also the throttle is still pushed in all the way. That's going to be a problem for next flight. Today, however, we're still fairly happy. On our way to Adak, which is 116 miles away. After that, we're going to KA. We're on our way to Lanok and then line up to land. Mahmoud Saleh says, God is always with everyone. I cannot agree with you more, sir. No matter how you call God, God always appreciates you. If you call Him God, if you call Him Yahweh, if you call Him Allah, they're all the same God. Appreciate God and God appreciates you. To me, they're all the same. Says, very true, sir. Well, I know it's true. It's in my holy book. Come on now. I'm going to assume you have a holy book as well. We don't need that title. But I'm going to assume there's going to be something in there that sounds something like this. Respect thy brethren. Also known as have respect for your brothers. To me that also includes also the sisters. Because the sisters, they got the right to live as well. Contemplating.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute. I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning. And this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Okay, next song. So still icing up, still water is on, nothing to be seen down there because it is just all water. If you just joined us, we are trying to get to Adak, Alaska. It is a Navy airport, and after AWAC we're about to line up for the ILS. We are not there just yet. Look at how thick the cloud layers are. This is insane.
Thoughts build up until I can't hear. That my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy. And silently, it could build and build until you finally see. Whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all their shoulders, like moving boulders just to get out of the home. It sucks, I've had enough, I don't wanna feel the stuck under the rug, all my problems that I shove. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I
You got nightmares. I got nightmares about these clouds. Come on now.
And it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.
Look at
My
that.
mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. It sucks when you finally feel like giving up. Oh God, no luck, everything feels like you're sticky stuck. I'm lost, handcuffed to the bed where I sleep, don't give a fuck. Can't stop, unplug, feeling
Seems that
overwhelmed,
the
like
ice
I've
is
had enough.
becoming
Gotta
a
find way to
little
get some
bit more
energy.
dominant.
Gotta find someone who's a good friend of me. I need purpose to make it all worth it. I'm still searching and I'm still learning. I want a life that's filled with memories, not a life with regret in front of me. I need focus to keep me from hopeless psychosis if I keep moping. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my
Refresh
head,
map.
I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough.
come on.
I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but
There we
let's
go.
be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough.
179
Nothing's
miles to
really clear,
go.
sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff.
So yeah, let's face it, we're going to be here for at least 1 hour and a bit. Up again with the drone, see what it gets us. Yeah, that got us basically nothing. Let's go back to the aircraft. Light and barely light. Yeehaw! We actually got a visual. Still assing up. Look at that. The mines of Moria. We have traveled there before.
They tell me that I'm never make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't slack off. Wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and when you're making money, make sure you don't spend it too soon. Fuck that, I'll do what I wanna do. I got a different path from everyone, and that includes you. Who are you to tell me how to live life? In these times it feels like nobody's right, yeah. So I'ma figure out what else will succeed, and then invest all of my time into that and proceed. I need whatever the hell could make me happy, and I don't think you have a clue what could that be. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I think this life could be special if I get rid of the devils. They think that I am a rebel, I think they want me to settle. There's nobody on my level, they think that work is too stressful. I think that work is essential, the grind is all in your mental. And I don't think you understand what I'll go through just to be in control of my life soon. All the negativity, man, I'm immune. I don't really need a mask with all I've been through. I've been making changes for the ages. 5-10 year plans are contagious. I attack that shit, I'm tenacious. And if you ain't, get the fuck out of my way then. Got one life, I won't regret it. I will fight until I get it. I'll look back one day from heaven and say, damn, I learned some lessons. And say, damn, I had no questions. I had fun in every second, and the journey was a blessing, yeah. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing.
Alright, we're at Adak, and it's 100 miles to DA. When we're at DA, we better start paying attention. Look at that! Finally above the clouds. Apparently not for long. Dug another tunnel for us. Look at that thing. How are we not yet struck by lightning? Here we go! Oh yeah, there is tension building up. on, folks. Are we about to make it or not? Alright, whether we're going to make it or not, I'm going to take a small pee-pee break and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Look at that! Some Antarctica ice there. Come on. It is proper cold down there. What is it like up here? -7 still. Look at the buildup of ice. I do think that if we get any further north, we are in proper trouble. "33 miles today, eh?" By the way, coming up to this waypoint, we can already start to prepare the aircraft to descend. 2900 is where we want to be, so we can punch it in anytime we need to. See that? I was offline for a minute or less. Good lord. I thought the entire simulator was about to crash, and then I got to refly the entire leg again. That gets me to anxiety. Which happens to be the name of this song. Will you go on? My connection has an issue streaming data, and I'm successfully connected. Now then, kindly fuck off. quote says, enjoy life. Well, sir, enjoying life while you're going swimming unexpectedly is not enjoying life. Is it? Yeah, we're not going to be able to top that mountain, ever. Let's veer away and go around that mountain. Going to Lonok, way up here. Aircraft is probably going to go actually there. But let's wait and see what happens. That's a big black ice there, folks. And we're going to go back to it. Somewhere over there, there's the airport. So let's get into the pattern and get her down. I'm just worried I don't have skis on this aircraft. Yeah, it's going to low knock all the way. Now we don't really want to go to low knock, but we do want to line up with... Oh, hey, here we go. He figured it out. Look at that view, folks. So the mountain that we see over there, hidden in the clouds, we just passed it on this side. Now we're coming back on this side. Going to make a nice S-turn and then into the runway. And just to be sure, they gave us a holding pattern. Not sure we're going to use that. How long is it to Tiku? 13.5 miles. Ish. Meaning we are about to line up to land. If I'm not mistaken, no, I'm not mistaken, we are going lower. No more mountains in the way. Come on, airport! Where art thou? So we just made it out of the clouds, now we're going back into them. there's that same mountain again. Are we going to miss it this time? Or are we too low? Guess it's time to find out, folks. Seems a little bit cloudy up here. Looks incredibly cold out there, isn't it? Those mountains though. Is my artificial horizon correct or is it not? This is properly low flying, folks. I was wondering what that altitude was. Apparently 500 or less. To the Roman Catholics, that's about 220 meters. In aviation terms, that is proper low. that's not right. 500 divided by 3.3. Well, I was in near miss. Leave a comment below if you know the answer. All traffic, Papa Hotel Bravo Victor Lima is at 1900 feet and we are 3.5 miles from Salsay and we intend to land at Adak Papa Alpha Delta Kilo. We're going through ILS 230.
I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy.
So according to the map, somewhere left of these mountains should be a runway. There-ish.
And this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe? Nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy. And silently, it could build and build until you finally see, whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner.
Here we go, let's go to intercept.
Over their shoulders, like moving boulders just to get out of the home. It sucks, I've had enough. I don't wanna feel the stuck under the rug, all my problems that I shove. I got nightmares in my head, I feel.
And that doesn't mean that we are about to intercept, but that's the name of the waypoint.
My mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this sucks when you finally feel like giving up. Oh God, no luck. Everything feels like you're sticky stuck. I'm lost, handcuffed to the bed where I sleep. Don't give a fuck, can't stop. Unplug, feeling overwhelmed. I think I've had enough. Gotta find a way to get some energy. Gotta find someone who's a good friend of me. I need purpose to make it all worth it. I'm still searching and I'm still learning.
Stop talking. Now, in theory, we're lined up to land. Let's see what happens. CDI over there. Hit the approach. Aircraft going off course. Off the course. Let's get it back on there. Because we're about to be lined up. And of course the aircraft does not want to cooperate.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous.
Let's get him back online.
I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't slack off. Wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. And when you're making money, make sure you don't spend it too. Fuck that, I'll do what I wanna do. I got a different path from everyone and that includes you.
All stations, Papa Hotel Bravo Victor Lima, lined up 2-3 Zulu at Adak, Alaska, Papa Alpha Delta Kilo.
I need whatever the hell can make me happy, and I don't think you have a clue what could that be. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous. But I don't give a fuck, all I keep chasing. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous. But I don't give a fuck, all I keep chasing. It's like a discussion if I get rid of the devil.
There's the airport up ahead. Now the outside air temperature is 2 degrees, so stuff should be melting and growing here, but unfortunately not yet. And yes, once again we are hand flying this baby in. First notch your flaps. Well, if you hear this is not going to end well, is it? Second notch your flaps. Last notch of flaps. Autopilot is off. Let's get this baby on the ground. Kinda wondering where we heard that before. Slightly off center, but we did make it. Let's get back on the center line before they know. And the Martin says that landing hurts. Well, I would love to give you an answer on that, but currently my spine sticks out through my skull, so I don't know yet. Now, where to park the beast? Obviously somewhere on the left. And the Martin is half the globe away in Zanzibar, descending. Let us know how your landing went. For us, let's just go here. Plow some snow. And there's a couple buildings up ahead. Let's try and get to them. Flaps up. And Martin says he hates snow in a flight simulator. Everything is white and it's boring. Well, I can only agree with you. And yeah, basically the snow particles are not being blown away either. So that is something to do for the crew at the developers even. And Martin says, will you fly your next leg now or end the stream? Well, Martin, I would love to fly the next stream. However, there is an issue in my belly, and yeah, that needs attention, and that comes in the form of food. And after I have eaten some food, I may fly another, but there's no promises. If these promises are not met today, well then it'll be next week somewhere, hopefully. Now let's figure out where the fuck we are. It's not on the taxiway, is it? And there's a shed standing here, halfway on the grass and halfway on tarmac. And as this shed is just as deranged as I am, let's call that home for today. Brakes. Here we go. Landing lights on, off. I keep screwing those lights up. Somebody should warn me next time. Come on now. Anywho, checking stuff. It all seems to work still. Actually works better now than in the beginning of the video. So everything gets to go off. even the mixture and all the engine stuff. I guess that for this slide it is going to be it. Martin, are you going to fly the next leg with me? Bet I'm not hurting anybody by standing here, parking here. White plane, white everything. What can possibly go wrong? And Martin says when? Next week Sunday. Make sure you do your homework, and then we will fly to the coastline of Alaska, because right now we are right here. Pay attention. Middle of the ocean. So we still got quite a way to go before we can go down this coast, all the way down there, freezing up again, coming up again, all the way up to the other end of the coast. Then we're going to go to the North Pole and fly back to Europe. And Martin says, just let me know in DMs on Discord when you fly there. Fly where? I'm posting most of the flights directly on Discord on my own channel. So you kinda get an idea a couple hours ahead where the hell I'm going. Okay, so yeah, for the rest of you folks, this is probably boring to look at. So not a lot else to do, but send the Martin to Discord so we can chat on over there. And for the video, this is going to be it for today. So I want to thank everybody for watching, and we'll see you on down the trail somewhere else. Where's the off button?